So today being Cinco de Mayo, this is kind of within my history of being Latino and the trials of my family. So it goes like this. My skin, brown and beautiful, yet a rugged coat that covers veins that mimic tree roots that lay over the dust of my bones. These veins, they look like roots that were left from an uprooted, forgotten family tree, having me plant seeds in the missing persons section of my life with ideas of what I thought a family was that I learned from pop-up books growing up. And that word, family, bangs in the back of my head like a recycled hip-hop beat as my childhood memories beat me up, showing me I was never really worth your time. And I remember times of watching my grandparents grip rosary beads like they were trying to strangle God the day that he rested, allowing me to be conceived. And the day that I was received into this world, I was born with the mentality I was a natural disaster, born on all fault lines of the family problems. The way you spoke of me like I was a result of a broken condom mistake, but there was no pills to abort the firing squad of lies you gunned me down with. Like I was your target practice to show God he was lazy with my creation, causing verbal wars in households, saying I'm a disgrace to the Romero name. Well, if that is true, then y'all know better than the dirt our ancestors have died on, causing Spanish to be cremated on the back of my vocal cords, making me lose my native tongue the day you spoke me out of family portraits. And picture this. I found refuge in a family who had more melanin in their skin than me. They saw the cotton field of a heart that had been picked apart, my vulnerability hanging next to their ancestry. And your abandonment still to this day has built me like a foster care system. A soul like the city, a mouth full of silver bullets, a heart that looks like an exploded grenade with prayers aimed to the heavens that one day I will know what it will be like to sit at a family reunion, laugh until the generations of our blood are shaken like a rumble bar fight. I can count the generations of my cousins like duck, duck, goose, you it, just to see if they'll chase us, to close the distance between us. But there's been no conversation between us for years. Like La Migra is circling my I love yous and forgive yous, preventing them from crossing that unspoken border in you. Speaking of me as your grandson and nephew are words that will never gain citizenship in your vocabulary. But I'm over this family feud and war within myself. One day I will meet a gal who wants to take these roots and plant them to grow our own family tree. And we'll do it on the foundation of my parents. A mother who has a smile like a quinceañera on a summer day, or a father who has the heart of an Aztec warrior. And when we plant this family tree, it will grow to be stronger than ever. Thank you. Drinking mimosas. I didn't know y'all was gonna be that loud. I must have had more too many. I see y'all. I was like, where the champagne? Where y'all got going over here? I swear it sound like y'all on my block right now. This is crazy. This last poem, Caitlin put it in the write-up. A great friend of mine is from Sudan, and this is just about as far as our cultures and what it was like to clash with somebody being Latino and her being from Sudanese, and just the difference in our cultures and how infatuated I was with it. So this is my last poem, everybody. I want to thank you for listening to my story and welcoming me out here. And so this poem is called Prayer for Her. I remember the morning when your name echoed its way into my prayer, like the tap-dancing vocal cords of Ella Fitzgerald, when I thanked God for allowing me to know the delicacy of your skin. It holds sunrises that even the greatest of painters could not recreate. I wonder what God was inspired by when crafting the masterpiece of your heart. Were your curls given to you to show people what our sound waves look like when we laugh together, or to show you that some wars are just better untamed? Your hair is a timeline that never needed to be straightened out. The proof of the pyramids your ancestors were doubted of building can be found at the curve of your lower back. You hold a revolution in your hips. Tell me, what is it like to love in Arabic? What is it like to know that your native tongue is even something the heavens pray in? You are an answered prayer turned God's greatest poem. You have the capability to make bullets reconsider their route. You are proof for why men should not go to war. I want to rub the recognition of Darfur out of the cracks of your hands. I want to hug you until all the vandalism these ghostly men have caused on your heart disappears. I want to play connect the dots with all of your scars, piecing together all the things the nation you hold in your lips have lost. I will go to any length to show the women of your bloodline to never fear how beautiful they are because you are a product of them. This is not a poem from me to you. This is a prayer for forgiveness of my ignorance. I don't even know how to pronounce the city that has the blueprints to your Mediterranean smile that skips across your face like hummingbirds kissing for the first time on a summer day until we met. I was too selfish for Ramadan. I have no idea what it feels like to have the once connected Egypt laugh the words disposable at your homeland. I haven't traveled much, let alone to Sudan. So on days that you and I spend dancing around New York City, I will pretend those imposter pyramids that we call skyscrapers will pull from 300 feet beneath the cold concrete where your history have been buried so long ago on hot summer days. We spend hopping subway cars. I tell myself we are stomping African ground to piece together all the questions you have of your homeland together, you delicate and well-crafted treasure chest. You are the most beautiful book I have ever read. The most lovely motion picture I watch in slow motion. You are probably like 5 foot 2 inches on an extremely good day. Like a really good day. When your hair puffs out like the chest of your warrior mother to show this world how much history your roots hold, the calluses on your hands are fossil evidence that your ancestors used to build. You are proof that us men can help lay a solid foundation, but you are the reason that the vulnerable pyramids built in our chests stay standing upright. Yo, thank